Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. Audio check, check one, two. If you can hear me, let me know, please. And we're just gonna wait for people to come in. Test, test. Okay, good, good. Thank you. Thank you, Puffy. Welcome in. True Crime Girl. She'll be around. Just wait for people just kind of filter in a little bit. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Nena. Welcome in. Good to see you. Still trying to figure out like notifications and things like that, and how I can send them out. I'm not sure how that works yet. But lately we've been lucky. People have been getting the notifications. Make sure it's on all settings. That helps. Hey Mustang, good to see you. Welcome in. I'm gonna play something um on the laptop. I dug up my old laptop and let me see if you can hear this. I'm gonna play this just real quick just to make sure it works. If not, then I'll just have to read it.
In exclusive jailhouse interview, father of baby Emmanuel says he would tell his missing son, "I love you, buddy."
Let me know if you guys were able to hear that. Peace. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Ruby. I'll be Frank. Hey, Frank, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. I dug up this old laptop, and it only works if it's plugged into the uh, with the uh, with the charger. As soon as I take the charger off, then it's done. But this will be a really good quick live. I just wanted to go over the this this interview, Jaha interview that this guy. Shout out to this guy right here, Brian Rockles. Oh, oh, I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna go back and play it, uh, and then I'll kind of stop it. mid sentences. So here's Jake. Exclusive jailhouse interview. Father Baby Noel says he would tell his missing son, "I love you, buddy." You guys believe that? Again, shout out to this guy right here, Brian Rockles, brought this up. And hey, Lewis, good to see you. Thank you for sending the link for this right here. I wasn't I wasn't sure what people were talking about the interview, about the confessions and things like that. And if you listen to my other lives and people that were in there, um, I haven't, listened to a lot of the things that are going out there right now. I like to get information firsthand, as close to the source as possible, um, and then go from there. With this, I had just learned about it yesterday. And I was telling people too, that maybe people are confusing a confession with cooperation, and you'll see for you'll see as we go with this article, it kind of mentions that. Um, yeah, not for a minute. Again, hi Lewis, welcome in Mustang, Frank, Cuffy, Ruby, Nena. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it that way you guys can hear it.
In exclusive jailhouse interview, father of baby Emmanuel says he would tell his missing son, "I love you, buddy." Jake Haro said in a jailhouse interview on Wednesday, August 27, that Riverside County District Attorney Mike Hestron's assertion that Haro's missing 7-month-old son was the victim of long-term abuse was not true at all, but Haro declined to discuss what role, if any, he played in Emmanuel's disappearance.
See right there, he's saying that he declined to say what role he had in the disappearance of Emanuelito. Um, so this is from this article right here by this guy. What was his name? Charles? Brian Rockles. All right, we'll continue.
Haro, 32, and his wife, Rebecca, 41, were charged Tuesday, August 26, with murder and filing a false police report, with bail set at $1 million each. Jake Haro said little else about the case in the interview with a Southern California News Group reporter via video hookup at the Larry D. Smith Correctional Facility in Banning. Haro would not say whether he led authorities to the Moreno Valley Badlands on Sunday, August 24, where he was spotted with investigators. He did say he has been completely cooperative with investigators.
See right there, he's saying he's been completely cooperative with investigators. Um, we'll continue.
"I want to talk about it, but I can't," Haro said, referring to instructions from his attorney. "I was told, don't do no press." Haro wore a red jail jumpsuit indicating that he is in segregated housing for his protection. He said he had no contact with other inmates. Haro sometimes wiped his face with a white cloth. His eyes appeared to be red. Haro said he attended Banning High, where he played tight end and linebacker on the football team. During the 40
Isn't that sweet? He was a linebacker. Hey, Lucy, welcome in. Let me catch up on the chat real quick. Again, thanks everybody for your patience and thanks for coming in. I was able to dig up an old laptop. Uh, it's been um it's been challenging, but I wanted to present this as things are coming out. Hey, Dede Fuentes, gave you a shout out on yesterday's live. Linebacker so much for the what it yep. Let's continue. Yeah, Lucy, it's an old one, and it has to be plugged in, or else um, it turns off. So let me continue this.
5-minute interview, Haro said the couple cares about Emmanuel. They attempted to schedule several appointments to inoculate the boy, but one hospital was continually out of vaccines, the dad said. They eventually switched
So he was trying to get baby Manuelito to get some vaccines, some shots, but by his account, they were out of shots. They were out of vaccines.
hospitals and had an October 2nd appointment to get Emmanuel his shots.
So October 2nd would have been his next appointment.
Rebecca Haro claimed that Emmanuel was kidnapped by a man who she said knocked her unconscious in the parking lot of a Big Five in Yucaipa on August 14, kicking off the investigation and what has become a national story. Haro talked at length about his child cruelty conviction in 2023, which he said prompted investigators to unfairly assume that he killed Emmanuel. Haro said he accidentally dropped baby daughter Carolina on a sink divider while bathing her, but she appeared uninjured. However, the girl was later found to have broken bones and other serious injuries after Haro's wife at the time, Vanessa, woke him up in the middle of the night. She is now bedridden, the district attorney said on Wednesday. Both the husband and the wife made plea deals with the judge over the objection of the district attorney's office. He received 180 days in the sheriff's work release program and was handed a suspended 4-year prison sentence and ordered to attend a child abuse.
So it was a 4-year suspended prison sentence. 4 years suspended for what he did. I know a lot of people have seen the pictures. Um, it's just, horrific.
User treatment program. Jake Haro said Wednesday that the sentence was fair. He said he wanted to take the case to trial, but I pled guilty because I didn't have the money to go to trial. The judge said nobody would believe my side of the story.
See, he's saying that the judge in that case, that they wouldn't believe his side of the story. That makes no sense, because his side of the story was that he dropped his baby.
Somehow they magically convinced me to take this damn plea deal. I was sick of court. The judge knows I didn't do it, they just railroaded me.
They railroaded me, pretty much saying that they forced me to take this plea deal. You guys believe that?
I was the fall guy.
The fall guy. Doesn't that sound familiar? The fall guy. I don't want to be the fall guy. If you know, you know.
Haro was hopeful on Wednesday that enough money could be raised, generally 10% of the bail, to free Rebecca, who he wed 3 years ago. Rebecca is innocent, Haro said. The media is killing her. She is a beautiful woman. She loves her children. She is being held at the Robert Presley Detention Center in Riverside. On Tuesday, after the Haros appeared in court separated from one another, Jake Haro said he encountered her after getting off of an elevator. I'm trying to shout to her, "I love you," Haro said. The deputy shoved me to the ground. He launched me like I was a rag doll.
So they were able to see each other in the hallway through an elevator. I guess the elevator doors open. He was able to see her, and he yelled at her, "I love you." And then the deputy um, supposedly, knocked him down or something. I mean, I don't know. I don't believe anything this guy says, but there's certain things on here that he's trying to downplay. But we'll continue.
Haro said he re-injured a shoulder. The sheriff's department on Wednesday declined to comment on that account. This investigation will be ongoing for quite some time, Lieutenant Deirdre Vickers said in an email. We are not going to comment on statements made by the suspect, nor provide any details about the investigation. Haro also talked about social media posts from the public that have been highly critical of the Haros. God is with us, he said. The allegations are horrendous, so of course people are going to be riled up. Haro was asked what he would say to Emmanuel if he could talk to his boy. I love you, buddy, Haro said.
Wow. I mean, just wow. I'm gonna play this in its entirety without commentary. That way, you can hear it as with the flow of without me interrupting. So let me play this again for everybody, and if you're joining in, that way I'll play it, and then I won't interrupt, and you'll hear it in its entirety. Here we go, and then we'll go over it.
In exclusive jailhouse interview, father of baby Emmanuel says he would tell his missing son, I love you, buddy. Jake Haro said in a jailhouse interview on Wednesday, August 27, that Riverside County District Attorney Mike Hestron's assertion that Haro's missing 7-month-old son was the victim of long-term abuse was not true at all, but Haro declined to discuss what role, if any, he played in Emmanuel's disappearance. Haro, 32, and his wife, Rebecca, 41, were charged Tuesday, August 26, with murder and filing a false police report, with bail set at $1 million each. Jake Haro said little else about the case in the interview with a Southern California News Group reporter via video hookup at the Larry D. Smith Correctional Facility in Banning. Haro would not say whether he led authorities to the Moreno Valley Badlands on Sunday, August 24, where he was spotted with investigators. He did say he has been completely cooperative with investigators. I want to talk about it, but I can't, Haro said, referring to instructions from his attorney. I was told, don't do no press. Haro wore a red jail jumpsuit indicating that he is in segregated housing for his protection. He said he had no contact with other inmates. Haro sometimes wiped his face with a white cloth. His eyes appeared to be red. Haro said he attended Banning High, where he played tight end and linebacker on the football team. During the 45-minute interview, Haro said the couple cares about Emmanuel. They attempted to schedule several appointments to inoculate the boy, but one hospital was continually out of vaccines, the dad said. They eventually switched hospitals and had an October 2 appointment to get Emmanuel his shots. Rebecca Haro claimed that Emmanuel was kidnapped by a man who she said knocked her unconscious in the parking lot of a Big Five in Yucaipa on August 14, kicking off the investigation and what has become a national story. Haro talked at length about his child cruelty conviction in 2023, which he said prompted investigators to unfairly assume that he killed Emmanuel. Haro said he accidentally dropped baby daughter Carolina on a sink divider while bathing her, but she appeared uninjured. However, the girl was later found to have broken bones and other serious injuries after Haro's wife at the time, Vanessa, woke him up in the middle of the night. She is now bedridden, the district attorney said on Wednesday. Both the husband and the wife made plea deals with the judge over the objection of the district attorney's office. He received 180 days in the sheriff's work release program and was handed a suspended 4-year prison sentence and ordered to attend a child abuser treatment program. Jake Haro said Wednesday that the sentence was fair. He said he wanted to take the case to trial, but I pled guilty because I didn't have the money to go to trial. The judge said nobody would believe my side of the story. Somehow they magically convinced me to take this damn plea deal. I was sick of court. The judge knows I didn't do it, they just railroaded me. I was the fall guy. Haro was hopeful on Wednesday that enough money could be raised, generally 10% of the bail, to free Rebecca, who he wed 3 years ago. Rebecca is innocent, Haro said. The media is killing her. She is a beautiful woman. She loves her children. She is being held at the Robert Presley Detention Center in Riverside. On Tuesday, after the Haros appeared in court separated from one another, Jake Haro said he encountered her after getting off of an elevator. I'm trying to shout to her, I love you, Haro said. The deputy shoved me to the ground. He launched me like I was a rag doll. Haro said he re-injured a shoulder. The sheriff's department on Wednesday declined to comment on that account. This investigation will be ongoing for quite some time, Lieutenant Deirdre Vickers said in an email. We are not going to comment on statements made by the suspect nor provide any details about the investigation. Haro also talked about social media posts from the public that have been highly critical of the Haros. God is with us, he said. The allegations are horrendous, so of course people are going to be riled up. Haro was asked what he would say to Emmanuel if he could talk to his boy. I love you, buddy, Haro said.
So there you go. That was it in its entirety. Um, I mean, there wasn't any like confession in there or anything like that. But so, I mean, he's saying he's cooperating fully, which, we had seen him out there off the freeway off the 60. But yeah, it's wild. And Lois, thanks again for sending the link for this. Appreciate it. Just catch up on chat. I have a fan on. Is the audio okay with it with the fan on? Just go back up there, up here on the chat. Just catch up a little bit. Hey Ryan, welcome back. I have info regarding the judge who gave Jake leniency. What did that say? He gave Jake leniency, or he would have been in jail, and Sweet Baby might be alive. It's in Discord. Okay, I'll check that out. Yeah, for sure. Definitely check that out. Thank you. Just checking up on chat. Nana79 says, I wonder, are they gonna say by him playing football messed up his head and brain? Shaking my head. We want to know about your son, Jake, not you. Yeah. So if she had to borrow a kid to bring to the appointment, was it Manuel? Then that was. Hmm. Yeah, that's interesting, huh? Rowan says, does anybody know what ever happened to his ex-wife? I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it. Let me write that down. It's a good question. Lucy's in here. She says, I want to see that judge have to explain his sentencing in Haro's case. Yeah, absolutely. She has done interviews. I think I posted a few in Discord. All right, I'll check those out. Um, I'll be frank. Emmanuel wouldn't be. Oops, don't want to do that. Emmanuel wouldn't have been born if he was sentenced. Yeah, that's true. It's like a catch-22. Thanks for stopping by, Frank. Really appreciate it. I like what you do in the YouTube uh, crime community. Appreciate that. Ruby says, shaking my head. Yep. Nina 79 says, he's a mess. They both are. He don't know how to accept fault is for his problems. So yeah, for sure. Just doesn't take accountability with it. Because he's saying he's not going to go into it, or if he had anything to do with it. So that tells me he's not confessing. But he is cooperating. So maybe that got mixed up. And I've talked about that too in my prior lives, that maybe people are confusing his cooperation with a confession. But I'm not sure. Daddy Francis, how old is this guy? The mom and dad haven't turned on each other yet. Question mark. Not important, but read my name. My parents couldn't spell my name. Did he or did it? Just FYI. Oh, Didi. Oh, okay. Didi. Didi. Tuffy over here with some facts. Jake is 32 and Rebecca is 41. Thank you, Cuff. I was coming in with some interesting information. Lucy Day says interesting age difference. Um, yeah, 32, 41. Yeah, it's a gap. Roem says, "Oh, poor him." Yeah, poor him. Yeah. I mean, I'm being sarcastic. That if Didi when see, I said it again. Didi says, "I love you." Puke. Yep. Kaku, I think I'm gonna be sick. Yeah, it's stomach turning. The things people say, and we have to say this with a caveat. He's innocent until proven guilty. He's gonna have his chance um, in court. He's gonna have his day in court. So I'll be mentioning that here and there, but it kind of has to be mentioned. Hi, Annalise, welcome in. Thanks for joining. She says, "Hey," oh, she's saying hi. Okay, cool. Ruby comes in saying, "Makes me sick too." Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. When he said, "I love you, buddy," I mean that's just, uh, yeah, that's just. I just don't even have any words right now for that kind of what he's saying. All right, let's go back to the chat. Ana Luis, hi, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, definitely. Welcome in, everybody. And if you're just joining in, we're looking at an article by the Press Enterprise. I guess Jake did a 45-minute interview, and so we're just going over it. If you haven't heard it, let me know. I can play it again if you like. Go to the comments. How are you? Oh, thank you, Dede. Dede came in with a donation on Cash App. Thank you, Dede. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. This article they got me for $6. Uh, and long story short, the email that I provided them it just wasn't valid for whatever reason because I put Apple, it hides my email when I go into websites. So when I tried to log back in, it just wouldn't recognize it. So instead of paying $1, I had to pay $6. But it's okay, but this is the donations. My point is that it goes towards the case, it goes towards the research, travel. So thank you so much, PD Fuentes. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I was doing pretty good. Thank you so much for asking. Emmanuel. Manuelito never knew love this side of heaven, in my opinion. Yeah. A lot of his pictures, you see he's not smiling, he's not cheerful. Babies are cheerful. You almost see that he's scared in his eyes, in my opinion. You almost see that he's just scared, of whoever's over him. I mean, for a baby, we're giants, and that's what I see. He sees a monster. In my opinion, hovering over him in the pictures. Didi says kidnapper, quote unquote. Yep. Just going through the chat, catching up. The difference. Yep. All because he was not behind bars for the first time. Child he hurt. Yeah. Right. Just sick. Every photo we've seen of Manuelito, he looks at it and that's disassociated or something like that. Yeah, just what I had just mentioned, and people see that. And what Lucy is saying, he looks disassociated, um, and he looks sad. You know, there's sadness in his eyes. Breaks my heart. Yep, see, breaks. Ana Luis, you know, said the same thing.
Going back to the comments, Ruby says Jake deserves the death penalty for promising Manolito. I agree with that 100%. I know that's controversial. I used to be against it, but when I started going into true crime and seeing some of the horrific cases that some people commit, um, I was on board again. I was on it again. Um, it's and in California, we have the death penalty. We haven't abolished it. We still have it. Um, Gavin Newsom, he put a pause to it. There's a moratorium in the death penalty, but he technically could get the death penalty if special circumstances happen in the case, if new evidence comes up. But I was looking into it, and it says if you kill like a police officer, that's a special circumstances. If you kill a child under the age of 14, that's also special circumstances. So, um, I wish they would put that on there so it's over their head. Even though there's a pause to it, I mean, it could change later on, and it wouldn't give them any peace of mind if they had that too. All right, let's continue with the comments. Cuffy, please smash that like button, sub, and share. I'm so excited for Mark, and in my opinion, he's an actual. Oh, thank you so much, Cuffy. Thank you. Yeah, please press the like button, sub, share. That really helps out, so that way I can get the information out, and just bring you coverage like this. And about being a natural, I mean, I'm super nervous. I'm nervous right now, and I was nervous on my first, second, third live. But I just think about Emanuelito and just full steam ahead, and that's really helpful. Is when you have that in mind, and you want justice, and I believe he will get justice, and the process, sometimes defense attorneys they're pretty slimy, so we'll just have to wait and see. The next court date, the next hearing is going to be September 4th. So I'll be attending that Riverside County Courthouse. Beautiful courthouse, huge courthouse. The people there, the staff is there, are really cool. They don't mess around there, and I'll be heading up there, and trying to get notes and coverage from that too. Any of them, yeah. Just catching up on the comments. Thank you for telling me that. I was in child protection for a while. Couldn't do it. My fault, true crime, but not these. I'm here for Mark and you and my crew. Thank you, Didi. Appreciate that. Yeah, this case it's hard. In any case, when it comes to um, children, it's really hard. It's a heavy topic. Um, I noticed that taking a break from it or going hiking or really helps out, or putting in the effort to help Emanuelito awareness and coverage and covering it the way that uh, I'm doing it with my style. It's helping. It's helping me out in a certain way in a heavy topic, if that makes sense. He's never looking at whoever's taking the photo. Yeah, he looks away. He looks scared. He looks scared. Judge knew I didn't do it. Wonder what this judge knows. AJ? Yeah, the judge knew I didn't do it. Didi Fuentes, we love you. Thank you so very much. 100% Didi Fuentes, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting Justice for Emanuelito. There's the link. I'm not sure what that link is. Audio is fine. Thank you, I'll be frank. Appreciate that. I can't hear anything, Brad. Okay, cool. Then I just sentenced the judge that showed this ass leniency. All right, let me. Yeah, that's cool. Thank you. Let me. Cause I want to go through it, and then get a refresher, and then I'll do a video on that. That way, we don't have people leaving the chat or leaving the live stream. Coffee, me too. Remark being natural. We will get through this case together. I've seen enough Mark to know he's got compassion, integrity. I'll support whatever he does. Thank you so much, Didi Fuentes. I really appreciate that. And the chat, the people that I have in the chat have been really cool, really chill, really supportive, and that helps me with my nerves going live. So I really appreciate everybody here, every single one of you here. I really appreciate you, the love and the support that this channel is getting, and for Emanuelito. That's always going to be the number one. The number one thing is for Emanuelito. If Jake was property, he would tell where Emmanuel is. Yeah, 100%. A lot of the time with these killers, with these people, they BS. They BS. They would just want to get out of jail, get some fresh air, maybe get some food. They don't care. If he doesn't care about his 7-month-old baby, what he just doesn't care. I was talking to a former LE, and that's what he was saying. He was saying that a lot of the times they just BS LE so they can just ride along, get out of jail. Excuse me, excuse me, and just to get out of jail. I could see that from this guy, from Jake. I could see that just BSing, saying it's here. I mean, I can't. The guy has like so many work comp cases. It's insane. So the dude's lazy, in my opinion. He's not going to go out there and walk miles, go dig a hole in the Riverside heat, and do that. In my opinion, if he did, it'd be I think a different scenario where he's out there doing something like that. He seems like the type of guy that does things the easy way, never against the grain, never tries to get out of his comfort zone, things like that. It's just my opinion. He just says, good point, yeah. Didi, Mark, how are you doing with this so far? Take care of yourself. Your intense family, I hope you feel supported. You are loved. Thank you, Didi Fuentes. Yes, I do. I do feel the support for Manolito with this case. 100%, and that's what's helping with my nerves. Trying to get on live and cover this case, because this case is heavy. Anytime we see cases, whether it's the Delphi, whether it's this case, I mean, it's a heavy topic. Uh, I feel though that it has to be covered, and since I'm close to Emanuelito's house, I'm close to the area. I wanted to do my part, and just for awareness, just for the injustice, before they were arrested, and in this case is moving forward. So I want to be there. I want to be in the courtroom. I had an opportunity to be inside the courtroom for the first hearing, and people were just being rude, and I mean they were trying to squeeze in and fight for a seat. There, there was only 2 rows, one for media, which they get priority, camera and picture, and also a row behind that for the public. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was going to be limited. I've seen courtrooms where it's like open to the public. When they say open to the public, the public can come in and fill up the whole courtroom, and that would be it. Not this time. So when I go back there on September 4th, I'm not going to let somebody just cut in front of me, try to bump me out of the line or anything like that. Whatever I got to do to get in there for the next hearing, and respectfully, I'm not going to try to push anybody or anything like that, but meaning, be there early, I will do it so I can bring coverage and share it with you and the channel, firsthand. Hopefully they let me take notes. Maybe a laptop would be good if I brought one in there. I doubt it, but I'm gonna have to ask. All right, let's go back to the chat. I wonder if they sold him and don't want to lead them to him and saying crazy stuff. I would rather have that head to think about, but not him. But on the live, it breaks my heart because he's an innocent baby. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a tough one because the DA has said that they are looking for his remains and that they believe that he succumbed to his injuries from when he was born. 7 months he had injuries. That's what they believe in, and ultimately he just the Emmanuel, he just couldn't take it. His body couldn't take it, and that was it. He succumbed to his injuries. Is what they believe. Straight from the DA is what he was saying. It's unfathomable. Yep. It's too early for them to turn on each other. Give them a tiny bit more time. They will start singing. Question mark. Maybe. I mean, I would have thought by now, but yeah, I think maybe I give them some time. Maybe it hasn't hit them yet. Maybe they're still in the denial phase. Where they think they could still get away with it. Where they think in their heads because they don't think like us. They're, uh, without. I just lost my train of thought. Sorry. um, I forgot. I'll come back to it. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, if they're, if they would turn on each other. Yeah, maybe because it is early, and yeah, maybe. And when you say that, see, that's what I like about the input with the chat. Uh, it kind of brings up like, okay, yeah, maybe they're in denial. They still think maybe they can still get away with it, right? Maybe after that denial period comes the other ones. There's seven stages of grief, but with these people, and when I say with these people, killers and things like that, I mean they don't have feelings like we do. They don't think like we do. So that would be interesting to watch and listen, or to hear some new stories about that. Edie says, Mark, without doxing yourself, how close in proximity to this case are you? Pretty close. Pretty close enough to where it's manageable. You know, to me, the moon is far. Anything else It's okay. Lucy, I know what you mean. That Nana Cinema. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Thank you, everybody, for your input. I mean, you guys are chatting it up in chat. This is really good. I love the interaction between everybody here. Everybody's being supportive. Everybody's being respectful to each other, respecting people's opinion, and that's big here in this channel. Is we want to help each other out. We want to support each other, lift people up, lift each other up. We don't want to bring each other down or have negativity. It's just not my style when it comes to covering a case. I mean, there's times where we can goof around. That's fine. It's good to take a little, get the chat a little loose at times. But right now, we're focused on this, and I really appreciate everybody here. Thank you for my mods. The new mods that I got are excellent, and I don't think we'll have problems with trolls. It's a small channel, but if we do, put them in timeout. A little slap on the wrist, and then I'll check it out later. A 24-hour timeout first, and then we'll go from there. That way it doesn't interrupt the show. So I appreciate my new mods. Is there another way to support? I'm not sure what that means. I'll get back to you, BD. Lucy Day, it's sad to know she held this little boy for 9 months and 7 months. Just let her other half, his real dad, take him out. Lord Jesus, God knows he will have had something tasty in his. Yeah. To clarify, is there an alternative way to support YouTube channel market? There will be. Thank you for the question, Didi. There will be. I gotta set up the buy me a coffee one. That one's good too. I have to set up. I have to link it and stuff like that. The PayPal too. I have to make sure that one's up to date. I don't use that, but I know a lot of people. Some people are from the UK, like Kate, and she wanted to help support the channel through PayPal. So I just got to do that. So yeah, I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that soon. Trying to update with the cash apps on the screen. That one's a good direct line for support. And buy me a coffee. That one I just created one today. I have to link it, and also like PayPal. I have to check that out too. Update that one too because I don't use it. And I think that would be it, right? And again, I always shout people out when they do that. I'll make sure everybody knows that you're supporting the channel, you're supporting the cause. So I really appreciate you, Didi, and Carrie also for supporting the channel. Appreciate you. Catch up on the chat. I'll be Francis. Didi, he has a cash app in his banner if that helps. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate that. I have no sympathy for her. It's hard to have sympathy for people. It really is for when things like this happen, and they're innocent until proven guilty. And that sounds, it sounds concerning what we know. It sounds odd, but I mean, it goes, for if for whatever reason, I doubt it, but for whatever reason, I mean, I don't even want to go in that avenue. Yeah, so scratch that. Didi says, Lucia, I know mine too. Thank you, I'll be frank, wasn't sure. I like Venmo, would take less cut, but thank you. I'll go that route. Venmo, I think all of them take their cut when you transfer, but I use Apple Pay that is linked up to my Cash App, and that's direct. But I'll update my Venmo too if that's preferred one. That way, everybody has an option to donate. And again, I'll be transparent with that and give shout outs to people who support the channel. Um, let's go to chat. It's 18 months since I tried, but then I couldn't cash up anyone in the U.S. Yeah, because you're in Australia, right? So I think maybe something with that. I know the UK doesn't have that Cash App, I believe. Canada doesn't have that. They don't have Apple Pay either. All right. At best, this little baby shared space with you and Ruby. At best. At best. At best. All right. Just catching up on the chat, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that like, sub, share. Appreciate it. Nina, then he did it to the girl, then years later repeat same thing on your son. I can't shake it. I wish I could be in the room with Becca. Just meet her and see how she acts on the news and interview she doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. Be alone with him in a room for 5 minutes. But again, innocent until proven guilty. Let's go to the chat. She's puzzled right now for sure, Nina. Maybe she's a battered woman and too afraid, but she must have known what he did to his daughter before she hooked up with him. Yeah, I mean that's the thing too. It's at first, with looking at the interview and that infamous Ola interview, everybody remembers that. I mean, it was ridiculous, but you saw Jake next to her, and you could tell he was kind of hovering over her and looking at her. You better, in my opinion, not say the wrong thing, or else that might happen to you too, kind of thing, in my opinion. Now I'm not too sure because she's still sticking to her story, so that tells me something. Spit on a cheerleader, how black-hearted can she be? Does anyone know if Offense has Lincoln belongs to the middle or no child? Not sure. Yeah, if you guys can do me a favor, don't mention any channels, unless just just out of courtesy. Yes, you did. Yeah, I believe she's a battered woman. He must put his hands on her on a regular, but man, she had plenty of ways to get it done by saying the truth. For real, it would be better on her. For real. I still take S over being able to empathize with PK Science. Yeah, I can muster compassion for everyone, but not an adult bodies can beat babies to death, man. Yeah, it's hard to have some compassion for that. I mean, it's super hard. Didi says, smart, great point about him being lazy. He will have discarded him like throwing trash out the window. And that's a theory too, because if he did that, and I'm sorry to say it in this fashion, but this is true crime. The topics are heavy. We all know that. So this is coming from a place of true crime. If he threw baby Emmanuel in the trash and it got taken to the landfill, which I want to go out there to the landfill. I want to see if they'll let me video out there, because I go to landfills to throw debris, trees, greeneries, and things like that, and the amount of trash that gets buried by a huge bulldozer is insane. I mean, you have trucks and trucks and trucks coming in and out every second, every minute of the day for one day, coming big trucks, the ones that pick up your trash, and they go out there, they put the back and the trash comes out. They lift it up, it comes out, and then a big bulldozer comes and just starts washing it. And that's you see trucks and trucks and trucks. So if that's the case, I mean, it'd be nearly impossible to find him, to find his body. If that was the case, it could be. You know, knowing that he's just that type of person, I could see that. And it's a shame because you know, to have a proper burial, a proper place. Um, and as of now, yeah, the DA has said that, you know, they're looking for his remains. They're looking for his remains. Great point, BB. Great point. Thank you, everybody. Joining in, hit the like, sub, share. 2 marks are better than 1. Yeah, I'm Mustang. Yeah, it's because you know, doing it on phone, doing it on the laptop. I'm trying to do things, and so it's working out right now. As long as I have the connector to the laptop, I'm okay. And thanks for everybody for the audio check. I really appreciate it. Very true, Mark. Seriously, about him being lazy, for sure. Yep, with his worker comps. I mean, he had tons of worker comps. Probably. I mean, I'm pretty close. Probably like maybe a couple hours. So you know, I have to beat the traffic. That's the number one thing is beating the traffic. So I'll wake up like around 3:30 in the morning. You know, get ready, get my cooler, get some gas, um, make my coffee, and then head out there. Because if I head out there after 5 in the morning, even 4:30 in the morning, around that time, I mean, I hit traffic and it sucks. So I'd rather just be super early and get out in front of the traffic. Nina says, but that's her, man. She loves, doesn't work, has issues bigger than his mom and father childhood. Life lazy. Why you want a man like that? That didn't just happen, him being abusive. That's been since day one. She's, yeah, that's the thing I don't understand. But, you know, about Rebecca is this type of lazy dude. But, you know, if he's getting workers' comp, he's getting checked. So, you know, I think the grandmother said, right, that they were homebodies. So if they're homebodies, they're both of them. He's getting checks in the mail. I mean, they're just chilling, watching movies. You know, choose to marry him. Maybe she thought, yes, he's young. They have what 9 years apart. Shaking my head. She should use her head. Her mom seems involved as well. That's what the DA was saying, Nina. That's what the DA was saying, that because of his injuries, both of them were aware of his injuries. So sad. I don't mean 100%. Beauty, they're animals. That's the word for you. Did she give birth at the hospital or home? Anyone know about that? Because it seems like this little boy was born at home, and there's no record of his birth or what. If they have a petty, this is nuts. Then shouldn't have been. I've heard that rumor that he was born in the house. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, because you know, obviously it's a baby, and you know, to get a birth certificate. But I mean, that's a good question to kind of squash the rumors and you know whether he was born in the hospital or not. Excuse me. We like each other in this chat room. Yeah, definitely. I love the vibe here. I love the crowd. Everybody here is good. Everybody here is respectful. Uh, Considering the topic, I appreciate every single one of you. I love you, moms, for sure, for sure. We all love kids no matter how active they can be, drive us to the moon and back. I never imagine doing something this crazy. I don't know who in the right mind could do this. It's sickening. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I was with my daughter earlier today. That was fun. Went to go get her car washed. There's like a bunch of ants in there or something. So got to hang out with her. She just recently graduated high school, so she's grown. And it was fun hanging out. It puts it in perspective. Got some Jamaica. She loves that drink. Um, and then I checked her tires too in her car. Her hood was broken. He was using a stick to hold it up. So she had the shocks that go on the side of the hood. So I put those on for her. Checked the tires. The tire pressure was low. Checked that. Got the car clean. Got her going. Got her a Jamaica. So we got to hang out for a bit. That was fun. Hey Mark and chat. I'm going to be longer than I thought. Sorry, I'm going to miss your live. Have a great night. Yeah, no worries. If you can make it, great. If not, watch the replay. No worries. No worries. It looks like I'm obsessing over asking about supporting you. I sent all of those like back to back and so forth. No, don't worry. It's very much appreciated. I really appreciate you. I'll update those other ones and keep you updated as well. And I really appreciate you. Exactly. He didn't even have them terrible twos yet to even say he was driving them crazy. Someone's both feet. Both feet. Sleep and play. That's shaking my head. They are dirty for this. I hope they can't sleep. Yeah. That peace of mind. That's why I do believe and I do wish that, the DA would put the death penalty on him, even though it's on a pause. Again, we do have the death penalty here in California. We do have it. We haven't abolished it. That's another thing that was going around, that we don't have it. We do have it. It's just on a pause. Someone could come in, someone else, and unpause it, and then get in line. But it's on a pause right now, and it would be great to have that hanging over their head, just so they don't have peace of mind. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, I want that death penalty over their head so they don't have peace of mind. Stay proud as well. Yeah, I'll update all those. I was just doing some research, catching up, and dealing with the computer. Something that should have been a 12-minute task. And, I took 3 hours. It's okay. We're here now. Indian Taco, good to see you. Love that name. I wonder if Jacob used the 2-year-old. Yeah. Oh, the one from the house? Oh, yeah. The CPS took her. That's a good question. I mean, supposedly, from what the DA was saying, that CPS wasn't at their house. But then he also said he wasn't further commenting on that. So, yeah, that's a good question. Let's go to Ana Luis. I'll be the one to say innocent, but innocent my butt mark. It's too nice. Yeah, yeah. It kind of throws people off a little bit. I get it when I hear that with certain cases, and then someone says innocent until proven guilty. It's like, come on, man, come on, really? So I understand. I understand what you're saying, and I appreciate that. And thank you for saying it in an elegant way. We can debate the idea. No personal attacks here. I won't tolerate that. I'm not saying you are at all. Everybody's been great. I've said that. I'm just saying, if someone comes in, starts debating the person, and not the idea, you're out of here. But Ana Luis, I really appreciate you. Your feedback is great. Thank you for joining us. Let's go to Didi. I swear to God, I'm not obsessed, or I did send those questions that I'm not getting back to. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's always on everybody's mind. So that's fair. Yeah, I get notified too. I'll have like notifications and stuff like that whenever it comes up with the Cash App, and I get people shout outs. On my last live, I wasn't going to go live. I went for a night hike. On the replay, Didi, I shot a shout out to you while I was hiking out there for your support. Really appreciate it. Thank you for your support. And thank you, Carrie, as well. And Didi again. Appreciate you so much. Let me heart your comment, your donation. Yeah, if you guys like to help support the channel, it's not required, but it is appreciated. And it'll help me like with this document, with the paywalls and things like that. You know, I don't want to. I just want to get to the source. Sometimes when you pay for things, it's a lot better the source. I have to jump off, but I'll see you on Discord on here on the next live video. Peace out, my peeps. Yeah, take care. Yeah, I'll see you on the Discord. For sure. Bye, my two-time sister. There's a lot of couples out there that can't have kids and wouldn't love to take on a child as long as they're not giving them the baby. They would have to get back years later and they raise them and bonded. Yeah, for sure. 100%. The thing is, again, is these people, they don't think like us. A lot of people are saying, why didn't they just give the baby out for adoption? Why didn't they give baby Manolito for adoption? There's a lot of families out there that can't have babies, that can't have kids, can't have children. And they could give them to a lovely home, a supporting home. And now the thing is, they don't think and feel like how we do. We're rational, and they're not. Yes, agree. Out of respect for Mark, don't mention others that are live or other channels on this corner. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Indian Taco. Yeah, just because the channel's small, you know, and I want to have people focused and with this and following me with the case. It has nothing to do with anything other than that. It's just I want people to be, you know, tuned in here. You know, people start leaving, things like that. You know, it's just courtesy. Nothing crazy, no biggie. But you know, it's just out of courtesy, and I really appreciate everybody in here. You know, there are a lot of options for those two decided, but instead he used his A to think and did the unbelievable. It's crazy to throw him in your house trash. What is this world? What in this world is wrong with him? Sicko. Yep. Oh, do not have much time in their hands. I wonder if they had any type of addiction. That's another good question too, Nina. I've wondered that too. If drugs were involved, I wondered that too. If drugs were involved, um, I'm not sure. I wouldn't get past it, but you know, there was rumors that Jake was on math. You know, he was on doing mathematics on the side, but with math, I mean, that thing gets you going. It gives you energy, and the dude was just bedridden. He's just in his house. Well, the only time when I was out there at his house that we saw him come out was when there was a disturbance, and he called the cops, and he was just out there. That's the only time he was seen. Um, but he was in there. He was in there. There was a lady with a bullhorn, and you know, shouting at him like, "Where's the baby? We don't care about you." And supposedly, allegedly, right before the arrest on that Friday that he was supposed to be arrested, there was supposed to be a protest right there. Hey, Mustang, good night. Thanks again for stopping by. Appreciate you. Like Mustang, she's got a channel too. So I'll mention that later or on another video. Same with Frank. I'll be frank. He came in here. I like what he does. He gets down to business when it comes to cases. And so I'll drop his link so people can check him out. I like what he does. I'll put it that way. I like what he does. And I'll probably make a video or something shouting them out in a later video. I just want to focus on this right now while it's fresh. So I really appreciate everybody. Top Dog, all right. Top Dog's in here. Modded up. Welcome, Top Dog. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. She looked close to him while he was holding her. Maybe, yeah, but as bad. Maybe she still looks forward to her dad. Maybe. Oops, so I was only checking. No, you're good, Anna. And at least, no, you're good. Absolutely, you're good. You're good. No, you're good. The delivery was fine. Everything was good. Absolutely nothing. There's no mistaking anything. You're good. Don't worry about it. Any new updates on this case, Mark? We're just going over the presser that came out. The interview was like a 45-minute interview. I'll play it again just so it can refresh us. I'll loop around back around it, and I want to see if I can put the presser on so we can watch that. We weren't able to watch the presser, so I want this and with the presser, so that way we see it hand in hand. And I'll play this again, the presser. The article. After I get caught up with the comments, because everybody's commenting. They have some good questions, good insight. So I'm reading the comments right now. You can't trust that one. I lived in Boston, Massachusetts, and there was a strip on Mass Avenue. That's all you see, and it's sad. They're all addicted mostly to Tina. And what some do is concerning. I wouldn't trust them with a child. Yeah, right, Tina? They call it Tina, I think. It's like hitting Boston, hitting Philly, or something like that, right? Yeah, I heard it's horrible. So I'm caught up with the chat. Are you going to use Restream, Mark? I'm going to check it out, definitely, because StreamYards, it's like $80 a month or something like that. Just something crazy. It's insane. And I don't really need all the bells and whistles. But we'll see. Yeah, thanks for that. I reached out to Mustang. And she uses Restream just because of the price of StreamYards. Yeah, that's what you were saying. I'll check it out. Definitely check it out. Frank says $44.99 a month for the lowest. Is that for StreamYard or for something else? I mean, that's not too bad either. If that's for StreamYard, that's not too bad. And that's the thing too. I was saying to when I was on the other live, I have so much more respect for creators. StreamYard, okay, cool. I have so much more respect for creators, even more, because there's so much that goes behind the scenes, and when you're live, there's so much that already went to it with the research and everything. So, I mean, I don't know. I gain so much more respect for content creators. All right, cool. We're caught up in the chat. I'm gonna play the exclusive jailhouse interview. All right, don't get it mistaken with a confession. Um, it's an interview. So I'm gonna play it for everybody who is joining in. So I'm gonna play it without interruptions. Okay.
In exclusive jailhouse interview, father of baby Emmanuel says he would tell his missing son, "I love you, buddy." Jake Haro said in a jailhouse interview on Wednesday, August 27, that Riverside County District Attorney Mike Hestron's assertion that Haro's missing 7-month-old son was the victim of long-term abuse was not true at all, but Haro declined to discuss what role, if any, he played in Emmanuel's disappearance. Haro,
You
32,
guys
and
hear that?
his wife, Rebecca, 41, were charged Tuesday, August 26, with murder and filing a false police report, with bail set at $1 million each. Jake Haro said little else about the case in the interview with a Southern California news group reporter via video hookup at the Larry D. Smith Correctional Facility in Banning. Haro would not say whether he led authorities to the Moreno Valley Badlands on Sunday, August 24, where he was spotted with investigators. He did say he has been completely cooperative with investigators. "I want to talk about it but I can't," Haro said, referring to instructions from his attorney. "I was told, don't do no press." Haro wore a red jail jumpsuit indicating that he is in segregated housing for his protection. He said he had no contact with other inmates. Haro sometimes wiped his face with a white cloth. His eyes appeared to be red. Haro said he attended Banning High where he played tight end and linebacker on the football team.
Interview.
During the 45-minute interview, Haro said the couple cares about Emmanuel. They attempted to schedule several appointments to inoculate the boy, but one hospital was continually out of vaccines, the dad said. They eventually switched hospitals and had an October 2 appointment to get Emmanuel his shots. Rebecca Haro claimed that Emmanuel was kidnapped by a man who she said knocked her unconscious in the parking lot of a Big Five in Yucaipa on August 14, kicking off the investigation and what has become a national story. Haro talked at length about his child cruelty conviction in 2023, which he said prompted investigators to unfairly assume that he killed Emmanuel. Haro said he accidentally dropped baby daughter Carolina on a sink divider while bathing her, but she appeared uninjured. However, the girl was later found to have broken bones and other serious injuries after Haro's wife at the time, Vanessa, woke him up in the middle of the night. She is now bedridden, the district attorney said on Wednesday. Both the husband and the wife made plea deals with the judge over the objection of the district attorney's office. He received
Are you guys able to hear me? Just want to make sure everybody can hear me. Nino, are you able to hear the interview?
180 days in the sheriff's work release program and was handed a suspended 4-year prison sentence and ordered to attend a child abuser treatment program. Jake Haro said Wednesday that the sentence was fair. He said he wanted to take the case to trial, but I pled guilty because I didn't have the money to go to trial. The judge said nobody would believe my side of the story. Somehow they magically convinced me to take this damn plea deal. I was sick of court. The judge knows I didn't do it, they just railroaded me. I was the fall guy. Haro was hopeful on Wednesday that enough money could be raised, generally 10% of the bail, to free Rebecca, who he wed 3 years ago. Rebecca is innocent, Haro said. The media is killing her. She is a beautiful woman. She loves her children. She is being held at the Robert Presley Detention Center in Riverside. On Tuesday, after the Haros appeared in court separated from one another, Jake Haro said he encountered her after getting off of an elevator. "I'm trying to shout to her, 'I love you,'" Haro said. "The deputy shoved me to the ground. He launched me like I was a rag doll." Haro said he re-injured a shoulder. The sheriff's department on Wednesday declined to comment on that account. This investigation will be ongoing for quite some time, Lieutenant Deirdre Vickers said in an email. We are not going to comment on statements made by the suspect, nor provide any details about the investigation. Haro also talked about social media posts from the public that have been highly critical of the Haros. God is with us, he said. The allegations are horrendous, so of course people are going to be riled up. Haro was asked what he would say to Emmanuel if he could talk to his boy. I love you, buddy, Haro said.
Wow. It's still shocking hearing it for like the fourth time. Just bear with me for a little bit. I'm trying to find the full presser. Maybe I can bring it up. I wanted to go over that too. Well, at least just hear it. Yeah, there's one where you can hear the questions. So let me see if I can bring that up. Again, I'm all new to this, so thank you for your patience. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna end the live and then I'll come back on in a little bit. That way, I can get everything situated, and I'll drop my Discord link. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll get everything situated and I'll come back live again in a little bit and maybe go through the presser. If I can find the one where people are asking questions. I wanted to do it on here, but I'm not sure where that one is. But yeah, I'll go live in a little bit. Let me get everything ready for you. And thanks everybody for coming in. Thank you, Dede. Keep saying Dede. Thank you, Dede, for your support. It's super appreciated. Thank you so much. And not necessary, but it's appreciated. So let me get everything situated. Let me get everything fixed up, and I'll come back live in a little bit. Hopefully, people hop back on. But I mean, at least I want to just try to do it, test it out. How I did this on the screen, I got that to work. So that's what I want to do with the press conference. So thank you, everybody. You're welcome to training for that. We want to hear. Yeah, absolutely, Nina. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate every single one of you that's in here. The conversation is great in the chat. I want to have like a good space, a safe space for people to come in, say their ideas, say their opinions without, uh, you know, like Anna was doing it. Like how she said it elegantly. You know, we're adults. It's fine. We don't have to agree on everything. It's okay. That's what I like. So let me get this situated, and I'll come back on in just a little bit. You know, maybe take a little break, get some water, whatnot, and I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you so much. Bye.